No, I'll be honest, dude. I saw it on YouTube. Like some guy was like, side hustles you can push. And I was like, I mean, that's like, I don't know if you can swear, but like, it's like fuck around money. You know what I mean?
Being a real estate agent is like an overrated type of a business.
Yeah.
How do you get listings?
I can't really reveal that. I can say like the basic of it, dude, just mass production messaging. I message him, dude, I've probably messaged all your parents.
What do you think is the biggest mistake a lot of broke real estate agents make?
They're desperate. Dude, stay out the club. Stay out the club. You guys are trying to make connections in the club. Dude, I can't tell you one business deal that I've won in the club. Forex and drop shipping is why.
Okay, is it?
Bro, like to make real money. To make like, I want to buy a Lambo, I want to buy a Beamer, I want to buy like, to make like money. Dude, being an employee is not easy. That's one thing. So I was never that. Being an employee is fucking scary. Like, I feel like people forget the power you hold as a young person, dude. You already own the most expensive commodity, and it's time. It's the only thing you can spend and never get back. I believe that, dude, to some extent, you could say being broke's a sin because that's something you can change. Most successful people knew they were going to be successful.
What's the biggest amount you've made in real estate since you started?
6.5
million.
Yeah.
Technically a millionaire, 22-year-old millionaire.
I guess you could say that.
Hi everyone, my name is Tony, and in today's video is special, guys. We're gonna be meeting up with Ria. He's a real estate agent, and in his first months, bro, he made a lot of sales. Like in 2 months, he made over a million rands in sales, bro. So we're gonna be learning from him how he got those sales in his first few months, and you know how he made money. Because we're at his house, we're at this crib here right now. So another thing before I forget, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, like my videos, and also comment your thoughts on this video. But anyways, let's just go. How is, bro?
What's up, brother?
How are you?
Easy.
Thank you, bro, for letting us, come at your house and have a conversation with you. So
Sure.
I think maybe it would be better if we just go chill.
Yeah, let's get somewhere more comfortable. Well, I'm Ria Matlase, a young entrepreneur, you could say. I'm about 22 years old. Yeah, bro. Do real estate, do a vehicle workshop with my brother. We rent out these Checkers 6060 bikes, the bikes that piss everyone off. But we rent those out. And yeah, man, I'm actually working on an app too. I guess in the professional sense, that's who I am. We mostly do bikes because the thing is with the cars, like, even though we have a workshop, the maintenance on that becomes crazy. These guys don't like take care of cars. They don't put the right oil. They'll put 93 and not 95. It just ends up being like more upkeep on that side. So the bikes, it's cheap though. I mean, service could be like 200 rand for a bike. So it's easier, and it's more a thing of like, say you have 10 bikes and each are giving you 600 to 700 a week. That's like 7 grand. You know what I mean? And a bike's like 20 grand, which isn't a lot.
How did the idea come about? Like the
No, but the bike one.
Yeah.
No, I'll be honest, dude. I saw it on YouTube. Like some guy was like, side hustles you can push. And I was like, I mean, that's like, I don't know if you can swear, but like, it's like fuck around money. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, dude, I mean, a bike's 20 grand brand new. Preferably buy one brand new, but like just to have, I guess, cash flow, it's easier rather than having 20 grand just sitting, have it like working for you. And if you want to see in the sense of break even, you break even in like 10 months if you don't spend it. But yeah, you break even in like 10 months, then you can buy another.
Okay, the reason I'm asking about this one is because it's such a broad business. Like you never think about it. How much did it cost you to start the business?
Dude, 20 grand.
Oh, what's the biggest amount you've ever made, like in that space?
In the bike space?
Yes.
I would say 35. You make like 35.
How many bikes do you have?
Currently plus 10, so I'd say, because it's shared between me and my brother, so I'd say I personally probably 12. You see, the way that like you kind of have to think about it is when you see something being like mass produced or mass done, for instance, renting out the Uber cars or renting out bikes. If you see like, look, there's 1 million Ubers, right? There's no fucking chance people have 1 million cars. How are they getting these cars? Because I mean, if you have enough money to purchase a new Corolla, a new Polo, a new something, why are you doing Uber? Where did you get the money to purchase the car? Do you know what I mean? So clearly it's like, okay, there's a gap there. There's a way that if you have the money to purchase a car and you don't want to do like rentals to people, because usually if you're renting someone, especially a nice car, they're probably gonna do some shit with it, dude. Like they're gonna do something crazy, they're gonna go to parties, they're gonna mess up your car. But with Ubers, if you just have a cheap vehicle, Toyotas are quite reliable, VWs are quite reliable. Same with these bikes. You check the market, you see the ones that you see driving around the most, which is mostly Hondas. Those are quite reliable. So you buy those and rent them out to the masses. So you also create jobs, if you will.
Honestly, we never thought about that type of business. But anyways, the main thing I'm here for is real estate, bro. So since I know you're in the real estate business, like when did you start the real estate?
Yeah, I started real estate just before April of this year.
This year?
Yeah, so it's like December, but I started like this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how many sales did you get in that space?
So far in real estate, I'd say you could say 6 sales and like, I don't even know how many rentals. But you could say like 6 sales.
What made you want to go to real estate first, being a real estate agent first?
Dude. It was one of my friends. His name's Bobby, right? He was in real estate. He's in real estate, even. So he's been in it like, I think it's his 2nd year. Like when he joined real estate, like I saw the guys like out and stuff a lot. So I was like, what's Bobby doing though? Because to my understanding, he just like got a degree, then now he's working. I always see him posting this like Remax stuff. So I'm like, yo, what you doing, dog? He's like, nah, bro, I do real estate. I mean, I could do that. Then I wasn't sure. I was a bit iffy. Like I have other things running, as I said, the workshop and the bikes. So I had like free time. Because some of these things I do them with my brother. So he's more hands-on with a lot of it. So I was like, I have a lot of free time. And I was speaking to another friend of mine and he said, dude, why don't you just join the real estate one and see how it goes? So that's kind of how the idea sparked. Plus, I mean, dude, everyone needs somewhere to live.
Don't you think real estate is like, being a real estate agent is like an overrated type of a business?
Yeah, I believe that traditional real estate is saturated. It's a very easy market to get into, like traditional real estate. It's very saturated. But if you using the tools that have been provided, ChatGPT, just all these AI tools, you can do like modern real estate. That's why I started like a course basically teaching people how to do modern real estate, how to optimize things, how you don't have to be knocking on doors, calling a million people. You can just send 5,000 messages in a day. You can just, you know what I mean? It makes you look more professional and you reach a broader scheme of people. And plus you're younger, dude, so you don't have like as many responsibilities as these older guys. You know what I mean? And you're hungrier for it, funny enough. Like these guys have to pay school fees, they have to pay bonds, they have to pay so many crazy things. Whereas as a young guy, bro, it's like you want a fast car in a cool place and you're probably renting it. Yeah, dude, it's saturated the traditional way, but I believe people are just starting to understand like the modern ways of doing real estate. Because at the end of the day, it's just about getting listings. So if you can optimize getting listings.
How do you get listings?
I can't really reveal that. I can say like the basic of it, dude, just mass production messaging. I message them, dude, I've probably messaged all your parents. I message everybody, dude. Like, yeah, bro. And I mean, you gotta look at it in a percentage form. I mean, you message like 10,000 people in 3 days and dude, like 100 people reach back to you. That seems low, but think about it like this. You put 100 people in a room, they probably couldn't fit. That's a lot of houses. That's the thing. So that's how I usually do, just mass production. Just like the modern ways of doing it, just scaling that.
For somebody who just knew or hasn't been making money in terms of real estate, like what would you tell them?
Dude, I'll just tell them like, firstly, look into your area. What do you know about your, like be smart, you know? What do you know about your area? Because also the area is a very big thing. Some people are stuck in areas that like maybe they stay in or whatnot, so they believe they understand it more. If there's no new developments happening in that area, if there's nothing, you know, no attraction point to that area, you have to put yourself in a buyer's shoes. What would force you to buy there? What would incline you to buy there? You know what I mean? So look into stuff like that, and also just, like I said, dude, mass production. Get your name out there. However you see fit. I see digitally easier to do because everyone's going into the digital way.
What do you think is the biggest mistake a lot of new real estate or broke real estate agents make?
They're desperate. Yeah. Like people mistake being hungry with desperation, bro. They're desperate. Like I've gone to viewings, right? In past, present, even I've viewed places. When I get there and like I can just tell that, bro, you really need me to buy this house, don't you? Like you fighting, like you kind of like shaking, like, oh no, we can help you out. I'm like, whoa, bro, relax, chill. If you get to a dealership you've never been to, it's not a Mercedes, it's not a BMW, and the guy's desperate to sell you the car, aren't you going to ask yourself, what's wrong with this car, bro? Why do you want to move it so quick, dog? Like, what's wrong with this car? Look at videos of the big real estate guys overseas and stuff. Like, I think it's Ryan and a few like these guys on Selling Sunset and whatnot. Dude, when they talking to a client, they calm, they compose. They're making the client feel like, dude, it's your choice to buy this house. I'm not forcing you to buy this house. They hungry, but they smart. Desperation makes you hungry but stupid. It's the difference between a businessman and a criminal. The criminal's desperate, so he's going to do anything possible illegally to make it, whereas a businessman's going to strategize and make it through.
What's your current strategy of getting sales?
Bro, just knowing your area and pricing right, pretty much. That's my current strategy. And also just connections, bro, networking. I mean, I'm someone that never says no. You could call me now and say, dude, I want a hospital. I'll find it. Call me, say, I want an airport. I'll find it. I never say no. Most people sit there and they're scared now. Like it's their first few months as an agent or even their first year as an agent, and someone calls them for something they've never sold before, never rented out. Someone calls them and says, I want an office park, I want office blocks. And they're like, I don't know how to sell that. dude, agree and you'll figure out the rest in the background. You can't make clients think you don't know. You can't make clients think that you're unaware of things, because now you just seem incompetent. And especially as a young person, look, they get there and they're like, you're how old? You're my son's age. My son's studying. Why are you just selling houses? And you're like, nah, let me show you why. So they always try like finding out where your weak points are. But if you're the guy, you're the guy. Like if you know the right people and you've sold the right places in the right areas, your name's gonna be out there.
How do you get to know the right people? Because I know a lot of people watching this, they might be struggling in terms of that.
With like what? Networking?
Yeah.
Dude, go to events. These real estate events. Go to like black tie parties. Go to like stuff that makes sense. Dude, stay out the club. Stay out the club. You guys are trying to make connections in the club. Dude, I can't tell you one business deal that I've won in the club. How? I'm there to enjoy, or I'm there to do whatever. And you're trying to tell me, yo, I got this house. I'm not gonna hear you, bro. Stay out the club. Go to galas. Go to polo games. Go to where wealthy individuals are at. And don't straight just go into like, yo, I do real estate. I sell. Get there, converse, find a similar interest. And then you ask them even, oh, what do you do? Make them reel you in. Because after you ask them, you're inclined to be like, in yourself, like, no, I'm a real estate agent. I sell high-end properties. Now they're like, I've actually been looking to sell my property. You're like, yeah, dude, I can hook that up for you. And you do that also in mind of knowing you have a large list of buyers. Most of the time, there's way more buyers than sellers. That's the thing. So now you know you have 5. Oh, yeah. I have people hitting me up every fucking day talking about, yo, I need this house. I need this place. I have one person asking me for a house for 22 mil and a small apartment for 2.5. I have to do that. And you just have to find them.
Because I actually thought there's like more sellers than buyers, bro.
Nah, man.
I thought like we're in the sellers market.
Nah. Because obviously, don't forget, what dictates like a seller's market and a buyer's market is interest rates and stuff. Obviously, if you're in a buyer's market, that means that sellers are going to be selling low. And it depends on your area. Some areas haven't developed the way they assume they're going to, so I'm sorry, you might have bought your house for 1.5, but you're going to have to sell it for 1. That's when you're in a buyer's market, because the buyer has the pull. But now, if you're in a seller's market, obviously they dictate the price. It's like, I feel like Dubai is a seller's market. Like Dubai, dude, you can say whatever price and they're going to buy it. Because don't forget, everyone's trying to obtain a golden visa via Dubai, and that's a minimum 6.5 million rand investment. Whether it be in a property or asset, but you have to basically put 6.5 million into their economy. And most of the time, people are doing it through properties, because now you don't just have a golden visa and no tax, you have a property in Dubai. That's sick if you have 6.5 million. Right?
What's the current biggest listing you have right now?
The current biggest listing I have right now is an unfinished house. It's listed privately and it's about 15.5 million. That's like a 15 bedroom, 20 bathroom and 3 pools, has about 12 garages. It's quite decent, but it's an unfinished house.
12 garages.
Yeah, there's an indoor pool, an entertainment pool, and a center pool. That house is huge.
I wonder how you got that one. Cause
connections. That house was never put out. The guy that's selling it never said he's selling it. I found out from someone that knows him that, dude, my guy's stuck with this house. Like, he purchased it and now it's under trust. And we just need someone that can list it, but privately. You won't find it on Property 24. It's in forums where the guys that have the money to buy such a house, that's the thing.
Knowing you like from like back then when I met you, bro, like you weren't really into it, so, real estate and everything like that. So like, what mind shift changed like everything for you?
So like, dude, when you met me, I was in like, you could say the quote unquote Wi-Fi money scene, like forex, drop shipping, all that. Right, which I'd never knock those hustles, bro. Those clearly do make money. I've seen it. I've met the guys. It clearly does make money. But for me, I like more like traditional business. I don't know, man. Like I like the physical thing. Also, I think it was like a conversation I had with my parents. But like, yeah, dude, I see, but it isn't all about money. And I was like, I didn't really understand that much. And then I thought about it and I was like, you know, if I'm in real estate, I can build up my own personal real estate portfolio as well. And not just have a bunch of money. I can also have something to one day leave my kids investments for the future. So I looked into that and that's why I started doing all the things I'm doing now. Because I was like, look, Wi-Fi money is cool, but I can use that as like a seed investment to get into the things I need to get into. Forex and drop shipping is work.
Is it?
Bro, like to make real money. To make like, I want to buy a Lambo, I want to buy a Beamer, I want to buy like, to make like money. Yeah, bro, it's work, dog. You need to be like, you need to, like with Forex, you need to look at signals. You need to look at so many different things. With dropshipping, trends, products, you need to always be on top of things. Whereas, dude, a house sells itself. I just need to get the listing. Dude, being an employee is not easy. That's one thing. So I was never that. Being an employee is fucking scary. That's insane. That's the thing. Like working for someone, it's crazy, bro, because you're gonna be working harder than them. You just don't know it. I swear to you, you're gonna obviously, bro, because delegation is the greatest thing to be good at. Now you see, I stopped working for Remax. Now I have like a group of my own agents. Now I'm delegating them. Look, even if one of them see this, I don't work as hard as them, but they need my connections because I don't. Like, I don't work as hard as them. But what I'm good at is connections. I can connect you with the people. I'm a good middleman.
You have your own real estate company now.
Yeah. I have it with a few business partners of mine.
What did you decide? Like, let me just open up my own real estate company. We started real estate this year, and now you're like shooting for the moon.
I feel like everyone in the office where I was working at, not to speak, dude, Remax was a beautiful place. It was nice to work there. I just felt like everyone was giving them a little bit more credit than they deserve, you know? Like I was sitting there, I was like, guys, I get it. Like, they're good, but like, I feel like I could do this. That's the thing. And I've always had like a mindset like that. Like, I was that kid in school when the teacher's like, do you want to get up and teach? I'll be like, yeah, okay, dude, I'll do it. I never did. But I'll be like, sure thing. And I'll be like, let's sit down. We still, dude, that's the, like, I feel like people forget the power you hold as a young person, dude. You already own the most expensive commodity, and it's time. It's the only thing you can spend and never get back. And you never know how much you have left. So it's time. We have that. The guys spend it chasing girls, chasing clubs, chasing the different bottles, chasing shit that, bro, actually doesn't contribute to your being and your sense of, like, peace, man. That's the thing. And that's something, look, I was there too. That's how I know it doesn't. I was chasing the girls. I was chasing just the next high. But like, I realized quickly that, nah, man, that's not, I'm 22. So I realized quickly, bro, that that's really not for me. Like, it isn't something I'd like to invest my time and money into. I'd rather make business. All my personal friends, like close friends, those guys are all older than me. They're ranging 25, 30 to 40. They're all older than me. I don't really have many friends that are my age. You know, I have guys I went to high school with. I don't really mess with those guys, but I have guys I went to high school with. I have guys I grew up with. But like the guys like I usually see and we can speak for time and have like deep, meaningful conversations are usually the guys I work with. Okay. Been operating a few months now. Next year, which you guys should actually come to. Next year we're hosting like a golf day with a few big sponsors.
Guys, he said it is going to invite us.
For sure, bro. Like, it's a golf day, a few big sponsors like Investec, Luno. Like, we have some big guys coming. So a lot of guys believe in the vision because Golfbrick isn't just a real estate company. It's also, I don't know if you guys know anything about tokenization, but it's involved in that overseas and trying to open it to this market here in South Africa. That's the thing. But like, yeah, we can speak about that in another video. Tokenization's fucking complicated, man. But like, if you guys can do research on it, I think you'll understand a bit more of what the company entails. But like, our main focus now is obviously real estate because in the background we're busy with tokenization and tokenizing. So it's basically like allowing someone that only has like 2,000 Rand to invest in property. And not like rent out a property, to invest in property. So it's like taking a property and splitting it up into like a million little pieces, investment pieces. And now it's like you're investing into a property, the value of it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like we're purchasing these properties, we obtain these properties, or people that already own these properties want people to invest in them. And that's tokenization. You can tokenize anything. You can tokenize a watch, tokenize a car. You can tokenize, dude, like anything of extreme value. Let me say that. You can tokenize it. So it's basically like fucking crypto vibes, but of physical assets.
Like, how do you make your money back then in terms of that?
It's investments, bro. These things go up. So everything has a return, right? So you could have like a 20% return or 30% return. But yeah, with tokenization, it differs from each item. So pretty much. That's why I would say like people could do their own personal research on it because every form of it's different. I usually just invest in anything coming out of Dubai. It grows at a fast fucking rate, dude. The return on investment on anything in Dubai is insane. And I'm trying to work on obtaining my golden visa now because, dude, that's like, I believe it's about a 10-year visa, right? And don't forget now, the thing with that is, dude, that's no tax.
Back when I met you, like, you weren't really like into spiritual things, ne? So I just noticed now, like, you found God.
Yeah, for sure. But I always had God.
Sorry?
I always had God. I think I just got saved again. You know what I mean? Because like, bro, a lot of these things, it's mental, you know? Like a lot of people are down and out or are in bad positions in life. And they seem to believe it's because they were dealt shit cards or no one believes in them or they just have, I don't know, they just don't have as much work ethic as everyone else. Dude, like majority of people are only putting 70% of work into it. Do you know what I mean? Literally, they're only putting 70% of work into it. So once you can align yourself mentally and spiritually, you'll realize that like it's in your hands, like your future. It's in your hands, bro. Like it's no one else's vibe. If you really just go out there and put in the work, it's in your hands, bro. And a lot of these things, a lot of systems can be a test to God.
Do you think God wants us young people to succeed, to be successful?
Yeah, bro, of course.
To be wealthy?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, obviously with the right traits, the right discipline, I believe that God does want all of us, no matter your age, to be successful. I mean, look at the guys in America and whatnot. Those guys out in Miami. Dude, those guys are like 20, 19, 21 and whatnot. They're around our age group and they drive like Uruses. They drive, like they're successful. So I wouldn't ever sit and think that the Lord wouldn't want young people to be successful. I believe that if you come with the right will and your intentions are pure, He would want you to be successful. I believe so. He would open those doors for you. Nah, dude, I believe that being broke's a sin, man, because you're doing like the people around you and the people you have to take care of a disservice, you know? And it's something of, you know, you could have done it. Because if one could say that money is the root to all evil, why do poor people still kill? Why do poor people still murder? Why do poor people still rob? Why do they do what's seen in the world as evil? Why isn't it rich people? That's the thing. I believe that, dude, evil is something it's within, man. You know? Like it's kind of like taught. There's rich evil people and there's rich good people. Whereas there's poor evil people and there's poor good people. I believe that, dude, to some extent, you could say being broke's a sin because that's something you can change. You know what I mean? That's something you can, bro. Like, just go out there and graft, dog. Like, just push it. That's the thing. Just change your circumstances because clearly it's possible. So many people have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was once in a sermon where it was saying that, like, being lazy is wicked. Like, being a lazy person is literally wicked. Because everyone prays for strength, but no one wants to pick up weights. I'm building a service app, right? Me and a few guys. Building an app. And it's called Can Do.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to launch next year. It's basically just, yeah, dude, it's a service app. I've signed NDAs. I can't really say like in detail about it. But like essentially it's just anything you can think of, it's there. It's all about making money, but anything's there. So it isn't just like I told you how I saw the difference with Wi-Fi money and traditional business and basically trying to join the two, like showing modern ways to do traditional business. You know what I mean? Because also, I said earlier, I started that course. It's called Modern Real Estate 101, right? And it's me just trying to teach young people, such as myself, that we're kind of shown how to do the traditional way, but figured out the modern way of how to do things and optimize it. Basically working smarter, not harder. But like the app, it's gonna launch next year. I'm quite excited. And yeah, I think it could help South Africa's economy a lot because it could provide a lot of jobs.
What motivates you, bro?
The fear of being less.
Of being?
Less. The
Okay.
fear of being less. That's what people speak to you different when you drive a cool car. People tend to respect you more when you stay somewhere cool. Or they just like, they kind of see your hustle because I believe everyone wants to. Look, maybe it might not be the craziest car, but everyone wants more. You know? We live in a generation where there's no such thing as enough.
Have you been broke before?
Yeah, dead broke. Very hungry.
I kind of don't believe you, bro. Hey, have you been broke before?
I've been like dead broke before. I once stayed in Broncospruit Cultural Park, right? In like a room that had a window but didn't have glass in the window. So it was just like wind coming in and like on the edge of the highway. So you just hear trucks, hear cars. Yeah, bro, I've been dead broke. The house didn't even have a TV. I had like one couch, stayed on like a single bed. Yeah, bro, I've been bad to walk around everywhere.
When was this?
3 years ago.
Kev.
3 years ago.
There's this thing that says selling's the greatest skill an entrepreneur or person could have.
Yeah, bro.
Do you agree with it?
Yeah, no, I concur. Because if you think about it, everything's being sold to you. Everything. Think about lifestyle, houses, cars. Everything needs to be sold to you. That's how you buy it. Whether it be through advertisements, certain colors that enter your mind and pique our emotion. Everything has to be sold, bro. And if you're good at sales, you can conquer anywhere. Because I once worked for Old Mutual. You know those guys? Yeah. You know those guys that stand at the mall and offer you insurance, life cover? And I was those guys. in Edenvale.
Really?
Anvil Shopping Center. In a full black fit in the sun, bro. So you need to come to terms firstly with the fact that it's gonna take time. And you can shorten that time by optimizing, but it's gonna take time. The reason a lot of people quit is because they get in their own heads. They think, I've been doing this for a year. There's no point. It's showing nothing. But like, dude, sometimes you need to Google the greatest stories. You Google like how they started Apple, how they started Facebook, how they started all these things that everyone uses today, and check the timeline. Think about the guy that made McDonald's what it is today, the founder. You know the story about that guy? That guy was like 50 something. He was one of those entrepreneurs, business idea after business idea. Nothing budged. He stopped one day at a McDonald's, ate the burger, and the rest is fucking history. Well, he stole it from those guys, but still. What I'm saying is that guy could have given up. He could have just been like, I don't, dude, it was 50 something. Who else can say they're grafting at 50 something, bro? And guys are giving up in their 20s? Like,
that's crazy.
Dude, it's the very thing we were saying earlier. Work ethic, and also understanding that, dude, we have in our possession the most expensive commodity, time. Not a lot of people have it, bro. Time. You're 20 and you spend your time lollygagging, just fucking around everywhere. So, it's time. That's what it comes down to, bro. You have to realize it's going to take it and you have it. At some point, you're even fueled by delusion. Like, dude, imagine waking up every day in a shack and telling yourself, I'm gonna be something. I'm gonna make millions, bro. Doesn't it sound delusional? Even if you tell people, they're gonna be like, it has to do, like, most successful people knew they were gonna be successful. They didn't just one day stumble on something. They knew. That's why when they're there, they're not surprised. They knew. Even me, when I was like, look, dude, I believe there's still more success to be pushed. I'm trying to push like Forbes 30 under 30, but dude, it needs to start with you. It's a mindset. You need to sit there and be like, dude, I don't care. I'm going to be that guy. Trust me, I'm going to be successful.
Okay. What's the biggest amount you've made in real estate since you started?
The biggest amounts I've made in real estate,
Like
I
in
would
total?
say, well, it's a deal I'm still closing now, but I would say off that deal, it's like 6.5.
Million.
Yeah,
Damn.
but that's like, dude, like, that's a very intricate deal. That's the thing. Don't think now you're going to join real estate and in your first year you're going to make that.
But you did, though.
Yeah, but like, it's different. Like I said, it's a very intricate deal. That has to be structured very differently. But like, yeah, bro, right now the deeds office is closed, so all the stuff probably just reflect next year. It has to go through the conveyance and everything. But yeah, the deal's being sorted now. So I'd say that's the most I've made. Prior to that, I'd say 375 grand.
Technically a millionaire, 22-year-old millionaire.
I guess you could say that.
I hope you guys have learned a lot in this video. And I hope you wrote some notes. Because bro actually dropped some big gems right there, But anyways, comment the video on your thoughts on it. Subscribe to my channel. And also like the video.